Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Atlas, and I'm here to talk about something very deep today. It's life-changing, really. It really is. So, bear with me and stick with me to the very end, and I promise you that you will hear something here that you have not heard before. Probably a lot of things. This will blow your mind, and it's life-changing. Very, very life-changing, like I said. But yeah, let's see. Where did I put the script I wrote? Down here on the floor. How did it get down there? I don't know. Alright guys, you ready for this? Hopefully I can do this without getting too confused myself, because I obviously don't have this memorized because it's so complex. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James passes Kobe Bryant in points on the Chinese New Year, which is the year of the rat. Okay? That was 1/25, January 25. And guess what? The outbreak of the coronavirus is, or where it was, China. Alright. King James passes Kobe in point scoring in Philadelphia. This just happens to be Kobe's home city. You know, this is a 1 in 82 chance, ladies and gentlemen. A 1 in 82 chance. And that's based on an 82 game season and 1 game in Philadelphia for the Lakers. That's what that's based on. And a day later, Kobe magically dies. Now, King James, who won the only championship for the Cavs on the real King James's birthday, in LeBron's 13th season, wow. King James became a king at the age of 13 months. Okay? Now remember 13, because it's going to come up again here in a minute or two. Anyway, I digress. The day LeBron James passed Kobe was 26 days after LeBron's birthday, as well as the day prior to Kobe's death, which happened to be on January 26, 126, as we spoke about. This also happens to be the anniversary of Bear Bryant's death, who was one of the greatest football coaches of all time. Alright, Joanne Buss, however you pronounce her last name, of the Lakers, died December 16th, 2019, and guess what? 41 days before Kobe's death. What age did Kobe die at? 41. What age did Kobe's daughter die at? Remember that number 13? Need I say more? 41 days from the 26th, when Kobe died, is Shaquille O'Neal's birthday, which of course was his close teammate. What is Shaq's pseudonym? Surely y'all know this one. It's Superman. Surely you didn't forget that, right? Superman. Now, get this. It just so happens that the original Superman first appeared in cinemas in a series of animated shorts. These shorts began in 1941. guess what was going on in 1941? World War II. But I will not get into that. I haven't began to get into that, to be honest with you, to see where this leads to. But I know it leads to something, because all of this leads to something. It all adds up in the end. In the end, it all adds up, and it's all about numbers and letters. Mainly numbers. Alright, 1941, like I said. There's that number, 41 again. See, 1941? 41. And it doesn't stop there. In 1948, Superman starred in 2 movie serials. And what age is Shaq going to be 41 days after the date of Kobe Bryant's death? 48. Alright, let's not forget that the Lakers were founded in 1947. Right? 1947. Shaq's current age of when LeBron passed Kobe in score, and before Kobe's death. Yeah, I'll probably get mixed up in a bit of this. I apologize. Like I said, it's pretty complex. Okay, Shaq's current, like I said, Kobe Bryant on Instagram posted saying, and I quote, "On to number 2 at King James. Keep growing the game," unquote, shortly before his demise. Kobe left that lovely Instagram message. Now, keep growing the game. Yeah, okay. There, I was getting mixed up. Anyway, hence the reason I've hence the reason I mentioned King James, the real one. And like I said, all of this ties together. All of it. For those who don't know, one of the most standard versions of the Bible is the King James Version, right? It's the most standard version. It's the closest translation from the Dead Sea Scrolls that we have, supposedly. Okay. On to the next page. Let's see here. And okay, let's see. I am so lost. Anyway, okay. Yeah, we're talking about the Bible. Anyway, all of this Bible prophecy fulfilling itself right in front of us. The beginning of the end, so to speak. But to understand it, you have to know about the numbers. You have to know about the numbers and the significance behind them. The meaning. If you want to know about the numbers, just leave a comment asking me about it, and I will further try to get into it for you. But I will not in this video because it's already going to be way too long as it is. Okay, here we go. Where did we leave off at? Leave me a comment about, okay. As I'm trying not to make this, leave me a comment, I'm trying to make you back. In the hopes that everyone can understand everything. But I digress. Kobe just happened to die on the day of the 62nd Grammys. He died on the day of the 62nd Grammys. Another coincidence, right? Just another coincidence. Alright, the movie Black Mamba features Kobe blowing up a helicopter with Kanye West in it at the end of the movie. Well, guess what? Kanye West has just recently come out as a born-again Christian. a believer in Jesus Christ. So it's pretty ironic that he is a villain in this movie. Let alone a villain that gets blown to pieces at the end. I mean, Bible prophecy of persecution of the Christians fulfilling itself right there. It's a movie, but all this stuff is a script for what's going to happen, or what has happened, you know. All right. Tracy McGrady came out and said how much Kobe would talk about wanting to die young so that he could be immortalized and become a legend. Be remembered as a legend. The helicopter that Kobe crashed in was white. The picture of the one he took off in was black. White and black, yin and yang, bad and evil, or evil and good, bad and good, whatever. Evil and good, bad and good. There's so much more that I could get into, going on practically forever with this. It isn't even the tip of the iceberg, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't even get the number calculation aspect of all of this. I didn't get to that. Like I said, that would make this video way too long. Or way too longer. Which is not a word, obviously. Anyway, that's what it really all boils down to, is numbers. The Freemasons are obsessed with them. And I got into this rabbit hole after completing this script. So I don't know if I'll make a video too or just do it all right here. Let's just do it all right here. Alright. Kobe's dad named him that after eating Kobe beef in Kobe, Japan. Who does that? Oh, this beef is so good, I'm going to name my son Kobe after it. The city and the meat, Kobe. That's crazy, but whatever. Anyway, Kobe Bryant went to visit the city of Kobe in 1998 to make a donation to the charity. And between 2001 to 2011, he became the city's ambassador. On the 27th of this year, the mayor of Kobe made a tribute to him in a statement. Now, let's get to this 2011. 2011 is when the nuclear disaster happened at Fukushima, right? Also, the Olympics are supposed to take place in summer 2020 in Tokyo, Japan. Somewhere in Japan. I believe it's Tokyo. Quite positive, actually. Okay. Now, when we get to that, guess what happened? Okay. Between 2001 and 2011, he was an ambassador, right? Well, 2001, remember what happened in 2001? 9/11. Which was a big disaster, just like Fukushima in 2011. Now, if you add up the math, how long it was between 9/11 and March 3rd, not March 3rd, March 11th, my bad, both on the 11th. So, the math adds up to 10 years and 6 months. That's how long. And that plays into the whole number thing. Okay? Out of that, you can get from March through 11, 3. Out of the 10 years and 6 months, you can get 6. Out of September 11th, 9/11, you can get 9. 3, 6, 9. Which is they are all very significant numbers. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, and 9. 3, 6, and 9 represent the pathways that force energy and information. Remember the word energy, because it plays into a lot of things here as well. And it has another meaning which plays into a lot of things here as well. Anyway, the pathways that force energy and information manifest through to form material. Right? Another word for energy, power. Right? Okay. Now, the whole beef thing. Who's been the top album or top selling artist of albums the past 2 decades, past 20 years? Eminem, Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady, whatever you want to call him, the sellout. Anyway, he's been all of a sudden out of nowhere beefing with the whole rap industry since last year to this year. He dropped an album last year and this year. Okay. And I digress. Where did I just leave off at? Okay, yeah. Sorry, like I said, I will get lost. Hopefully you all aren't getting lost and you're following along pretty well. Okay, here we go. The 21st episode of the 41st season of The Simpsons. Goodness gracious, they have a lot of seasons, don't they? Did I read that right? The 41st season? And guess what? There's 41 again. 41. Kobe's death age. Not to mention all the 41s are already added up for you. Okay. And I just now caught that, actually. See, I mean, this just goes on and on and on. Okay. Anyway, the 21st episode of the 41st season of The Simpsons, titled, quote, Marge in Chains, unquote. Okay, well, guess what? Marge in Chains can be made into via anagram, or whatever the name of that is. What did I come up with? I came up with Germ Rages in China. Or Germs Rage in China. One of the two. Another coincidence? Just another coincidence. All this is just coincidences, right? Goodness gracious. If you're still thinking that by this point, there's no hope. That's sad. Okay, anyway. This aired on May 6th of 1993. The city became infected with an airborne virus which also brings a helicopter down. Sound familiar? The virus originates from juicers that they ordered from Osaka, Japan. Right? Okay. Earlier on in this episode, Springfield tries to raise enough money for a Before we get into that, though, Osaka, Japan, right? Okay, well, guess what? Kobe, the city in Japan, sits on Osaka Bay. Okay? Alright, let's get back to The Simpsons. Springfield tries to raise enough money for a statue of Abraham Lincoln, but fails to do so. A statue of Jimmy Carter was bought instead. This enrages the citizens of Springfield and causes them to riot. My goodness. Alright guys, so here we have Abraham Lincoln and Jimmy Carter. Now, let me see if I can pronounce this word. Look at all the parallels here. There we go. Between President Lincoln's presidency and Donald Trump's presidency, and also between Jimmy Carter's presidency and Donald Trump's presidency. Okay. What was going on during Abraham Lincoln's presidency? The Civil War. What do we believe is about to take place here in America again? The Second Civil War. Also, you all saw this coming. Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. Is Trump going to be assassinated? There's a good possibility. Also, Abraham Lincoln, what was he trying so hardly to do? That started the Civil War. Abolish slavery. What is Donald Trump trying to do? Abolish our slavery from this Federal Reserve System, the banking system, these invisible chains we have. We are slaves. We are slaves. Like it or not, believe it or not, we are. And I'm sure there's probably more parallels than that, but like I said, this video is already at 22 minutes 17 seconds, and we haven't got to the Jimmy Carter part. Alright, Jimmy Carter speaks at Notre Dame University in the 1970s, I believe, or 1980s. One of the two, I think. Maybe the 1980s. I don't know. Anyway, the point is he spoke at the Notre Dame University. And this is the 141st year of the fire that happened at the Notre Dame University. There was actually a fire that happened there 141 years ago. And guess what? The main damage was the spiral at the top of the building. That was the main damage. Alright? And then there's the 41 again. Kobe Bryant, 41. You can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. Also, what happened last year in April? The Notre Dame Cathedral caught fire. Guess what took the most damage? The spiral, the top of the building. All coincidences. It's just coincidence. All of this is just coincidences, right? No, it's a script that they wrote out, and then I've followed all these rabbit holes and managed to copy a little bit of their script myself. Far from getting all of it, but I'm still working on obtaining a little bit of it, and that's all I will ever get. Anyway, yeah, the energy power thing. Let's look at this. Okay, Jimmy Carter's presidency. Energy. You remember 369? We were talking about that. Energy. Let's see. Oh, also, there was a lot going on in the Middle East with Iran and whatnot. The 7-Day War was going on in Jimmy Carter's presidency. What's going on right now with Donald Trump, or with the U.S. and Iran? And what's going on over there in the Middle East right now. The exact same thing, almost. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but look for it to. Look for it to. All right. What else do we have? What else do we have? Carter. It was. Where was it? Just bear with me here. Bear with me. China granted diplomatic status. The Carter administration grants full diplomatic status to the People's Republic of China. People's Republic of China. It's a freaking communist China. Anyway, I didn't catch that. That's crazy. Another instance of China being mentioned. Okay. There was apparently a lot of stuff going on about energy during the Carter administration. I apparently just passed phase 1, but phase 2 of Carter's energy plan. Carter announces his phase 2 energy plan, calling for conversation and phasing out price controls on oil. Also, like the media reports the most ridiculous things on Donald Trump, the stupidest headlines. Carter got attacked by a rabbit, right? During a fishing trip. A fishing trip, of all things. You get it? Because I'm fishing for information here. Anyway. And the Washington Post runs a front page story with the headline, and I quote, "President attacked by rabbit," unquote. Are you kidding me? Why would you make a story about that? Congress passes energy employment bills. That was in 10/15/1978 under the Carter administration. Congress passes a revised energy bill 18 months after Carter proposed it. Congress also passes the Humphrey Hawkins full employment bill. On and on about energy. Right? Okay. Also talks about potential Soviet threats and whatnot. What is going on between us and Russia now? We're having there are a few issues between us and Russia, right? How they're saying they how they rigged the election for Trump and all that. Okay, here, Carter addresses nation on energy. That was 4/18/1977. In addition to the nation, Carter calls his program of energy conservation the moral equivalent of war. Oh, goodness gracious. Secretary of State travels to Middle East. Emergency Natural Gas Act. Alright. Anyway. But yeah, energy. So, change that into the word power, right? All this is about power. Power-hungry individuals and the New World Order and them having power over all of us. The slaves that Donald Trump is trying to free. Now, that's not what I thought of. I mean, I did think it's coming from the script, right? I'm just reading from the script and defining it the best I can. Okay? Anyway, that's all for now, folks. I've probably missed something. I know I have. But, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is officially almost 30 minutes, right? This is Atlas. Share this video. This is really a godsend, all this information. I don't know how I stumbled across it. I just kept on and kept on. But yeah, like and subscribe the video and share it most importantly. Leave a comment about your thoughts. Just any feedback is appreciated. But like I said, ponder on all that, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bible prophecy playing out right before our very own eyes. Anyways, like I said, this is Atlas signing out. Until next time, Godspeed. And God be with you through these times. Hey, this is me adding on to my last video. Usually don't edit videos. I'm not sure if I'll be able to add this or not. But remember when I was talking about 1947 and 1941? Well, it just all hit me. 1941 began the persecution of the Jews in the Third Reich in Germany, right? And that led to the establishment by the UN of Jerusalem in 1947. Goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. This is all about the Middle East. It's all about Israel and Iran, Iraq. It's all about the Israelites and the Palestinians. That's what this is all about. The beginning of the end is here, folks. So you need to be prepared physically and spiritually, especially spiritually. Otherwise, it makes no difference if you're prepared physically. Alright, guys. If you're not right, get right. And as always, have a good day. And Atlas signing out. Godspeed.